Hey guys, Josh here from Cauzzy, and today I'm going to show you one of my favorite agents. First of all, you can use Cauzzy inside of NetSuite. We're going to show it to you on our website where the screen's a little bit bigger. This is one of my favorite agents because what this agent does is it does something incredibly complex. It's going to prepare a month-end board type package. But here's what makes that, first of all, that's a very complicated task, period. But here's what makes this so unique. This agent is pulling all the relevant transaction level detail in the current month, any prior months, prior years, prior quarters, whatever it needs at the transaction line level. So for most of you, it's going to be millions of rows of data, right? And it's going to pull into one agent, analyze it, consolidate it, and then build that package. But here's where it gets even crazier is it's actually not one agent. I actually took 4 other agents that I use and that I've built and that I've productized to then create this agent. So I put in my 13-week cash flow forecast agent, my gross margin superworker, my P&L flux analysis, and my revenue forecasting agent. And what that does is it gives me both a board package here in PowerPoint, as well as it created an Excel workbook to support that. So I'll show you a little bit about both. And again, there aren't tools out there in the AI land that can pull in this kind of data, and we've overcome those challenges, and that's what you're going to see here. How this board package looks and feels is up to you. If this isn't how you want it to look and feel, then you provide an example of how you do it today. But again, not only is it going to present the numbers and they're going to be accurate, and there's impossibility of hallucination, but it's going to do the narrative, and that's the hard part, right? It's not hard to present numbers. It's hard to get the narrative right, and it's doing it for us. So it's going to even start to show that here in the executive summary, right? Revenue core products declined, combined value and rate declines, margins compressed, cash was net positive over the next 13 weeks. That's great. Debt interest expense surged, right? Operating expenses were down, payroll had a decline. So these are things that are important to us to help explain the numbers. I can see the variance on the P&L with my risk factors here, and we're going to get into the details in just a minute, as well as the key narrative down here, right? So revenue decline was driven by $6 million of core product drop-off, partially offset by custom blends and service revenue, okay? Now I'm going to do a deeper dive. Now I'm going to get into my cash flow forecast here. So this is a bit of a summary of the cash flow forecast agent. Certainly that agent has a lot more detail by itself. I get into the root cause of my revenue decline, the what, the why, the evidence, the impact, and the recommended actions. Just stopping here for a second. I can't tell you how many CFOs say to me, this takes me days. And I still get to the board meeting, and I'm still peppered with questions, and I didn't think of everything accurately. But now with Cauzzy, it's pulling out information in ways I wasn't thinking about it, and things I wasn't able to pull out, period, because there was just, I'm only focused on the top and bottom of my transactions, right? Top items, bottom items, top customers, bottom of customers. And now I'm providing much greater intelligence to the board in such a fraction of the time that I am so prepared, and the value is just immense. I've leveled up myself as CFO to the nth degree. Okay, root cause number 2 around gross margin, interest expense surge, and so forth and so on. We get into trend analysis, starting to think about our revenue forecast and seasonality, cash conversion, some risk factors and mitigation statuses, right? Growth opportunities, strategic initiatives, actionable recommendations, and so forth and so on. Here's the thing I love though, is because these recommendations are based off my transaction level detail, they're not fluff. Right? It's not like, oh, your GL account 4001 sales went up 20% this month. Cool, I can read an income statement, but I need to know based on my specific transactions what is going on, what to do, and what to monitor. And that's what I'm getting here. And that's also all supported here in a very nice Excel workbook. It's going to be a repeat of a lot of the data, but presented here in Excel, so you can certainly work with it there as well. Okay. Additionally, whoops, let me minimize that. Additionally, you can always hit continue conversation. And what that's going to do is now let you chat with this agent. So if you want to drill deeper into the data, if you want to refine anything, totally able to do that. All right, if you'd like to learn more and see a full demo or get on a trial, go ahead and visit CauzzyAI, and we'd love to chat further.